the course content have. So let us understand, first of all, we should know what an algorithm is. Many of you might be hearing a lot about algorithms and the importance of algorithms for you in your careers. What are algorithms? What do you mean by algorithms? What do they stand for? Let me take a very common example that you might be finding in a lot of books. Cooking is one example to make the basics of algorithm understand to any layman also. All of you might be cooking Maggie. Maggie खाते हो सब लोग?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Nee, I'm not a brand ambassador. It's a complete junk food, nothing healthy at all in it. Still,
But
what
tasty होता
happens is when you are cooking Maggie or whenever somebody else is also cooking, I'm not asking that, yes, you're right, the step of instructions, the correct answer. But what do we mean by the step of instructions is there is some raw Maggie which goes to some steps that we are following, and the output is cooked Maggie. That is what is happening. That steps that we follow is what we mean by the algorithm in layman language. So what is an algorithm doing? An algorithm is turning some raw Maggie into the cooked Maggie. Now, since the algorithm is for cooking Maggie, so only the Maggie will be cooked. Okay. If the algorithm is for doing something else, then something else will be done. So if I'm wanting to generalize the definition of an algorithm, I have some data which goes through a sequence of steps as very correctly mentioned, and that is a predefined steps or instructions, sequence of instructions rather. In computer language we will be talking about instructions. These sequence of instructions turn the data into our desired output, whatever output we are looking for. So that result or that output we gain. This sequence of instructions that we are following is called as the algorithm. Algorithms are all around us. Matlab, right from the social networking sites to the apps, mobile phones, microwave controls, automatic car locks, whatever we are doing, banking से लेके online shopping तक, education right now also. Yes. Some of you have your mic turned on and some other is also
Simran,
turned on. Kindly
mic
turn
mute
it
कर
on.
ले, echo आ रहा है.
So that is why algorithms basic understanding is a sequence of instructions that is going to turn some data into some desired output. Now, why we have all been using algorithms without knowing the basic definition or not? Maggie sab khate hain, khana sab khate hain, something else. We all are using algorithms in our day-to-day lives and various things. So what is the difference between a computer which is going to perform an algorithm or execute an algorithm for us, or a man which is going to execute an algorithm? See, when we are cooking Maggie, there are times when human error will creep in. That human error is gone when the computer is performing the algorithm. What do I mean by this human error? Human error का मतलब है कि कई बार you will be having raw Maggie, कई बार you will be having an overcooked Maggie. ऐसा भी होगा, गैस पे रख के you have forgotten the Maggie is gone, burnt Maggie is there, or maybe very Maggie with a lot of water is still left that you have been served. That is human error into the algorithm. That is, you are not following the algorithm correctly. Understanding that is a human error that is possible when executing the algorithm by man or a woman. Man is human, I mean. But when the computer is performing the algorithm, once the algorithm is created, there is no human error possible. If the algorithm is incorrect, obviously you will be getting the undesired result. But whatever algorithm you have created, एक बार जैसी मैगी बनी है, every time you will be able to get the similar kind of output with the same algorithm. That is what the algorithm is meaning. Now, nowadays, algorithms are very powerful. Algorithms learn from themselves. We have artificial intelligence, we have robots, we have a lot of things. But basic starts from the sequence of steps only, and that is what is being followed. So set of instructions that is taking some raw data and yielding a desired output is called as an algorithm. Now, the second point where an algorithm is better when performed by a computer than a man is speed. When it comes to computational speed, with the advent of technology, we have reached a speed way beyond with which man can compute. All of you would agree to that. So the calculating speed when given an algorithm is way higher for a computer than a human brain here in this case. So two advantages, and that is why, since we are making the computer do something, algorithms are very important. You see, one thing that I always tell my students, and all of you might be knowing, is that this computer is a dumbo, duffer. Computer doesn't know anything other than a 0 and a 1. Nothing at all. And this sequence of 0 and 1 that we give in the form of an algorithm, which is converted into a code, then the code is converted into a, all of you have gone through various programming languages, I'm sure. So, you know, the code is going to be converted into an object file or an executable file. And that is what is your machine code file that you run on the system. So computer only understand that 0 and 1, nothing else. So it is only going to follow that. It does not have an intelligence of its own. What is intelligent is the sequence of these 0 and 1 that you are putting into the computer. So it is very important that you put it in correct manner. Why is it important? Let us look. Although I am sure all of you do understand the importance, but I want to come to the question, why algorithms at all? Why? See, we have to analyze and understand what has happened in recent past, why the subject has gained so much importance. I don't know how. I am going with very famous software failures that have occurred in history, and people say that they have occurred due to lack of software testing, majorly due to that. But other than that, in which the way when you are writing an algorithm, if the algorithm is written properly, chances of a software failure are very less. So I'll just give you very few examples to make you understand the importance of why we are going through the subject. See, placement point of view, say this is very important subject. All of you do know that this is a subject that is going to be covered in your interviews, in your returns, etc. So it is important. But other than that, in your real life, day-to-day life, how many of you have ever heard of this Y2K problem that actually came into very old problem?
Yes, ma'am. We studied it in our software engineering.
So you have
Subject.
studied it, so I'll not discuss this problem. Let's see a newer problem in this case. Since you have studied it, so you might have studied others also. You know, there is a Heathrow airport in England, and right before COVID-19 की वजह से flights and everything got disrupted, right in February 2019, it had a software glitch. What did the software glitch do? The display that was going on about the flight timing and details was disrupted, and you would not believe, but as far as 100 flights, more than 100 flights got affected. It is a practical example of what a software failure can do. If not this also, you all understand Facebook had a software failure recently when the data got leaked. कभी सुना था?
Yes,
Although
ma'am.
they already
Yes,
have
ma'am.
it in their terms and conditions that their data can get leaked also, and you cannot sue them. That's a separate thing. But you have software failures, Facebook se aapka detail, all of a sudden, imagine your chats getting leaked or something like that. Although if they are getting leaked to public, that might not matter, but to few people, it might matter actually. So WhatsApp data getting leaked, or people, since we are using Zoom right now for this very meeting, you know, Zoom meetings can be hacked too. These are all problems in the software, the way we are developing the code. So that is why algorithms are very important. And what is the basic importance? Why are we doing these algorithms? Banking moves, everywhere we are having these algorithms. Let's try to understand Google Maps. All of you have used Google Maps?
Yes, ma'am.
So whether you are commuting through train, aeroplane, or you're walking, or you're commuting through metro, everywhere you people are using Google Maps. What happens? What is Google Map doing? They are basically using some shortest path finding algorithms. some shortest path algorithms are being used. Since the possibility of path between any two nodes is enormous, it is infinite. दो ही जगह के बीच में there is infinite number of paths which are possible when we are talking practically. So to find the shortest path is very difficult in a given amount of time, because you don't want ना कि आज हमने रास्ता देखा है तो हमें कल आंसर पता चले. This is not what you want. So what happens is, if you have noticed, when you are searching using Google Maps, every time you do not get the same answer. Has it happened that you are getting a different route every time? Tried that every time you probably get a different, sometimes you might be getting the same route also, but it's not necessary. You get different route. Yes?
Yes, ma'am, based on the traffic and the conditions.
You will
of the
say,
road.
ma'am, depending upon the traffic conditions. Say I'm checking at the same time daily, absolutely same time, and maybe during same traffic hours, traffic conditions same, still I might be having a different route. This happens because it is using some real-time algorithms that is calculating the route using some approximation algorithms. Approximation algorithm do not yield the correct result every time, because it is impossible to find out the answer from all possible answers. तो हम बेस्ट तो तब कहेंगे जब हमें पता हो कि सारे पॉसिबल आंसर्स क्या हैं, which is not possible in this problem. So what happens is, which algorithm should be used? First of all, that gives you correct path. ऐसा algorithm होना चाहिए ना that is giving me a correct path. Now it does happen that the shortest path might not be the quickest path. So instead of the shortest path, what are we looking for? We are looking definitely for a quicker path. All of you agree that?
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yes, ma'am.
it might be possible that there are multiple possible paths. और ऐसा भी होता है, when you choose a path, the distance, the time that it is showing might increase or it might decrease also. So the software keeps on updating depending on the traffic or the conditions, and it is not always correct. The path may be the correct, but the traffic conditions are real time, they are not always correct. So what is happening here is, there are different parameters according to which we have different algorithms for finding the best path. Now, how do I know which is the best algorithm? To be able to understand which is the best algorithm, we do something called as algorithm analysis. This analysis tells us for a given point which is the best algorithm. Let me take a very basic example. Supposedly, I am taking all of your attendance. Now in attendance, after taking the attendance, if somebody asks you how many are absentees, what will you do? Kindly unmute and answer. How do you count the number of absentees?
Total minus जो लोग present है.
One way is you do total minus present. One way of going about is this. Second way is you count the A. When I'm taking the attendance, I'm also putting an absent, so I just count the number of absentees. Which will be the quicker?
Counting A.
Count.
If majority of class is present, then this will be quicker. If majority of class is absent, then total minus present will be quicker. So depending upon the data, one of the two methods will be quicker. There are two different methods. Understand, there are two separate algorithms for finding the same answer. Which will be better depends on the condition, and this we can find out since majority of time I would expect that more people are present. This would be a better algorithm to count the number of absentees. Agreed? This we are going to find out by algorithm analysis, that we are going to do with the help of some asymptotic notations that we will do properly just in some after this class only. So what analysis we are going to do is, we are trying to analyze what of the two algorithms is better. All of you have done sorting in data structures. Which is the best sorting algorithm?
merge sort,
quick sort.
See, all of you all know the complexities of the algorithm.
n log n होती है, merge sort की, quick sort की भी इतनी होती है.
Then, which is better? Today's homework for you is this. I am saying any other algorithms also exist which might be better, surely are better, find out them. Which is the best sorting algorithm? Your today's question. Kindly search on net or whatever way you are searching, and do not just give me the name of the algorithm, tell me why. Which is the best sorting algorithm and why? This is your today's question. How will you be able to get this? Through analysis. All sorting algorithms are going to give you a sorted list. आपके पास एक sequence of numbers है that you want to sort, or maybe a sequence of names or whatever list you are having that you want to sort. There are around 20 sorting algorithms available. Every sorting algorithm you are going to get the correct sorted result. Then which is the best? Which one to be used when? This is found by analysis. That is why the subject that we are having is design and analysis of algorithm. It is not only about making an algorithm or creating an algorithm. It is about the analysis which is going to give us the correct result. Now, analysis can happen in two terms. We'll quickly be looking about the analysis part here. It can happen in two terms. One is time analysis, another is space analysis. So we have complexity that we are trying to calculate for any algorithm, a time complexity and a space complexity. What is happening in both of the cases is, either of the case, we are trying to find a function f of n. This is a function fn which is going to represent the time complexity where n is the number of inputs. Now this inputs can be in the terms of the number of inputs that goes into a code, or maybe the size of the input. That depends from algorithm to algorithm. Similarly, some space complexity function, which is again a function of n, which is the number of input. So how is the complexity of an algorithm affected with the number of inputs? So there might be an algorithm which is working excellently on 10 inputs, but if I am having 1000 inputs, the algorithm will take 10 days to give me an answer. We do not want that thing to happen, right? There might be algorithm which is running very slow for 10 inputs and which is giving excellent answer for 1000 inputs. That is why the analysis of time complexity and space complexity is very important. That is what we will be doing in this subject. To make you understand the basic, मतलब the importance. Algorithms ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने आज तक use नहीं करे, पढ़े नहीं है, या हमें पता नहीं है. All of you have used a dictionary, not the online dictionary, but a dictionary in real. देखी है सबने dictionary की book?
Yes, ma'am.
Ever searched a word in it?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you go about searching in a dictionary?
Ma'am, we start.
Ma'am,
from the first
alphabet
letter,
wise.
Now
alphabetical order में.
supposedly you are searching for a term, say design here. Design and analysis of algorithm. At design you are searching. How do you begin?
You
Ma'am,
first go to the
we'll
letter
begin
D.
First, we'll
with
go to the
D.
section. We'll go to the section where D alphabet is there.
How do you find the D section? The question is that you have a book available to you. You have some book available. Supposedly I'm having a book over here. I'll just show. So supposedly this you have available. This is a dictionary. How do you begin with this? If this is the front side, you will begin with the first half. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
are you understanding what I'm trying to say? You will
Ma'am,
begin.
I think that
Yes,
the
go
dictionary
ahead.
is in a sorted lexicographical order, so that's why we know after which point D would be coming. So that is how we turn the pages and go to the letter D.
You don't turn the pages one by one. What you are doing is, I'm again repeating, you will know what I'm coming to. You are right. Dictionary is sorted. Obviously, it is in sorted order. It is lexicologically sorted order of all the words in which it is having. What you are doing is, you divide the dictionary into two halves approximately. First half में फिर आपने whatever page gets opened, whatever page, supposedly F is getting opened, again आप उसके first half और second half में divide करेंगे. Whatever next letter gets opened, maybe supposedly C is getting opened, आप अगेन उसके राइट हाफ में देखने की कोशिश करेंगे. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट यू डू? This is what you do and finally
Yes,
reach a
ma'am.
page.
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
unknowingly also you are using a binary search algorithm. You have been using, all of you have been using this. You don't know that this is what you have been using, but you have been using this approach. All of you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what point of making this example over here is that we have been using various algorithms in our day-to-day lives without knowing the strategies with which we have been using them. The importance of studying the subject over here is not knowing only the methods which are available to us, but the importance is कि new आने वाली problems को we are able to develop new algorithms. The earlier problems like sorting etc., they have been solved. I am not, maybe you might give a better sorting algorithm someday, but this problem is solved. To already solve an existing problem is not what we are studying this subject for. The basic purpose of studying the subject is that later on you get a job in some company and supposedly you are going to create an algorithm for something where sorting is required. Then you should know which sorting is to be used and you should be able to analyze your own algorithm in those terms. So it is very important for all of you to have a knowledge of this subject. Again, the design part, if now I'm coming to algorithms, I hope is clear. Analysis we'll do in complete details throughout the semester. What do I mean by design of an algorithm? What is the meaning of it? Design means you're writing an algorithm. What is design? See, writing and design, there is a slight difference. There is a predefined strategy that we might be using. There are various available strategies. You have dynamic algorithms, you have greedy strategies, you have branch and bound approach, we have backtracking algorithms. There are a lot of other techniques that are available to us. Now we are going to do all these design techniques. These are the techniques with which we create algorithms. Same problems can be solved using various techniques. We'll be seeing that we are going to solve same problem using multiple techniques, then analyze which is the best algorithm suited in a particular situation. So we should be able to know that for given problem, which is the best strategy that could be used by us so that we can all actually implement what we are studying here. Till here, anybody is having any doubt?